Welcome back to the Plus Money Podcast, your home for the best soccer bets in 15 minutes or less. We are into the Euros. We are into Copa America. We are getting closer to the knockout rounds for the Euros. There's plenty to talk about, plenty of games to bet on. We're going to have 4 Euro games a day for a little bit here. Then we're going to have 2 Copa America games. It's all happening. So much happening. I'm Andrew Passaro. He's Ani Sridhar. Ani, it's been a fun tournament so far. Lots of excitement. Let's get into the action. Your boys are taking on Austria tomorrow morning. A must, maybe not a must win, but must get a result type of game for the Netherlands. They're taking on Austria. I'm bullish on this Austria team. Obviously, they got a win against Poland. I do think they will advance to the next round. But regardless, I love Netherlands money line plus 115. I can't believe we're getting this at a plus number. Their team total over 1.5 at plus 116. Also playable. And I don't hate Netherlands, and both teams to score at plus 320. This Austria team was unlucky not to score against France and showed their firepower against Poland. I think we could get a 2 or 3-1 here and have quite an open game. And at plus 320, that's an incredible number. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think the only way the Netherlands win the group is by scoring a couple goals here and hoping France don't absolutely destroy Poland because at the moment they're tied for the top in points with France after the draw. Unlucky draw, should have been a win. Horrible VAR decision, in my opinion. But I like the over 1.5 team total at plus 112 that you just mentioned. I am going to sprinkle a little on the money line, but going to stay a little bit away just to not fully be invested in my team here in an emotional and fiscal standpoint. But both teams are going to probably get through to the next round because the top 4 third place teams will get through, and Austria and Netherlands should both. Austria is going to be a little bit more tougher if they don't get a result here. Netherlands with 4 points already, that should guarantee them a spot in the next round. But yeah, I like that play. I'm not going to take any shots bets yet until I see lineups, but Xavi Simmons to have a shot on goal plus Netherlands money line will probably get you some good odds there.
Yeah, I like that a lot. You spoke about France, and I agree with you. The VAR call was unlucky for the Netherlands, but France had 2 opportunities right in front of net where they couldn't poke
Yeah.
it home. So France easily could have gotten the win. And I'm gonna take a shot total. I nailed my shot totals earlier this week. I forgot how much I loved hitting those towards the end of the season in the Prem, and I'm bringing that into the Euros. I'm bringing that into Copa. I got France 18 shots in the match plus 115. Poland gave up 15 to Austria and 21 to the Dutch. France are a team, frankly, they haven't scored a goal yet. Like they have an own goal as their own. They don't have a goal scorer yet. Mbappe has yet to score a goal at the European Championships. I don't expect him to start in this game. I expect him to come off the bench. Regardless, there's too much firepower up top for France for me not to think that they're going to be annihilating this weak Poland team. Poland can be chippy. I don't think they're going to get any kind of result here, and I think they will be eliminated. Moving on, England, Slovenia. England and France, the 2 betting favorites, have not looked good yet. England already announcing that they're going to be making some lineup rotations. Trent Alexander-Arnold will not start in midfield. I don't understand why you're not going to Kobbie Mainoo or to Adam Morton. I don't understand why you're starting Conor Gallagher because winning the ball back has not been the issue. They don't need a runner. They need a guy who can spray the ball around, and they need guys who can get open. And Phil Foden's been awful. Um, I'm going
Awful.
both. I'm going both teams to score here at plus 128. Um, it's hitting 4 straight Slovenia matches, and England have looked exposable in the back. You've got talent up top for Slovenia. They have to go for it. They have to try to get something out of this game. Regardless, I think England will get a result, but everyone told me I was crazy for taking both teams to score in the England-Denmark match, and we got it in the first half. So this England defense, Mark Gahey, really good. John Stones, not exactly in great form. And they're playing Kieran Trippier out of position. I think he might be hurt, which means Joe Gomez probably comes in at left back, or it's the Aston Villa left back that I'm blanking on, Konsa, I think. But
Mhm.
whatever. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I have nothing in France as well, but Slovenia, England, I got the over 2.5 at minus 110. Kind of goes with your both teams to score here. England have to show something offensively, right? Like the criticism is out there. I'm sure they're hearing it. Southgate's feeling it. I think this is like a 2-1 England win. Slovenia is definitely no slouch. That's for sure. They've shown it in this tournament. Honestly, outside of maybe Poland, most teams are not they're not slouching out here. They've all come to play. Even Scotland, who unfortunately will not be advancing into the next round. Their fans have been a lot of fun to watch, but they are out. But yeah, so I like the over 2.5. I think both teams will get on the score sheet as well.
I'm gonna jump quickly to Denmark Serbia. It's a little bit of a lean, and I'm just taking Denmark money line. The Danes have been good, a little unlucky. They got to take Serbia seriously because there is talent up top for Serbia, but I think Denmark are the better squad. Ukraine and Belgium, both teams are scoring over 2.5, -105 on FanDuel, +105 on DK. So make sure you're shopping around. You might be able to even get that up to +110. This whole group's on 3 points right now. Nothing decided. These are the two teams I had finishing 1 and 2, which can't happen anymore. So I like both of those. Lukaku +110 anytime goal score isn't terrible considering he's been in that spot all like all tournament, just slightly offsides, and has an incredible record scoring for this team. And I don't trust Ukraine, but I think we're gonna get a crazy one for that one.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I've been targeting in Belgium games is corners. There was 14 corners in the last game. There was 12 in Belgium's first game. So give me the over 9 corners at -110. Give me the over 10.5 at +150. And then I'm going to take it all the way up to 11.5 at +250 here for the Belgium game. There's a team they're a team that loves to attack on the wings and cut the ball in, and they're actually very weak on the back end. Like they are incredibly leaky, especially against the counterattack, which is where Ukraine have been trying to play. They're trying to play that long ball over top to Mudryk on that left wing and just have him use his pace and get down the pitch. So I like the corners a lot in this game.
All right, Turkey and Czechia closes our Euro bets for today's episode. We'll jump to Copa in here in a second. Both teams are scoring over 2.5. Both of these teams are fun. Both of these teams are open. Both of these teams have a ton of talent. If Arda Güler starts and the anytime goal scorer number is good, I'd love betting on that kid. That kid loves to take shots. Really curious what Real Madrid are going to do with him, considering they have Mbappe, Endrick, Vinicius, and Rodrigo.
Jude
Oh, Jude, and
and
also
Jude.
and Brahim Diaz. All
Diaz, yeah.
I mean, they'll move Jude back into like playing more as an 8 and less of a 10. But Arda Güler is a talent who should be starting week in week out, and he's not going to be doing that for Madrid next year. Yeah, I think that game could get crazy. Both teams have the quality to make it so. Jumping to Copa, we've got a few games to look forward to. One of which I will be attending. Argentina taking on Chile Tuesday night, and I'm going with the same thing I went in the first Argentina game. I think Argentina are just going to choke this out. I think they're going to maybe be a little uh less clinical in front of net than we expect them to. Argentina under 3.5 is -110 on FanDuel. I'm sure you can maybe try to find a way to get that up to even money. The under 2.5 in Argentina +200 as well. And then Messi, anytime assist, I like a lot at +190. He doesn't have the pace for this tournament as well as much as he used to, but he's in the right places at the right times. He's got that final ball, and he's got goal scorers in front of him. Lautaro and Julian Alvarez both getting on the score sheet for Argentina. Di Maria had a ton of opportunities to score goals and just couldn't get it done in their previous game. They were all over Canada. And this isn't a great Chile team anymore. Like I can't like Alexis Sanchez probably on this team, but uh there's not a lot of other Chilean players that I'm really familiar with on this team. I think they will struggle and Argentina will get a win and get on to the knockout round.
Yeah, I think Argentina win as well, and their money line's not worth it, but I'm gonna pair it with one of my favorite bets when it comes to Argentina, and that's Di Maria shot on goal +113.
Ooh.
When that dude just puts on Argentina uni, I feel like it's a completely different player. He should have had a goal in that first game, had a one-on-one against the goalie in like the third minute, didn't capitalize, but we clashed that shot on goal ticket very early. And I like that a lot here. Similar to what you said about Messi. Di Maria is just always in the right spot here for this Argentina team. And with his pace and counterattacking ability, I like his shot on goal a lot. That also by itself, not worth it. But if you pair that with the money line, +113.
Ecuador, Jamaica is a really interesting game. Ecuador got hosed. I mean, the red card absolutely killed them. They lose to Venezuela. Jamaica held off Mexico for a while. Can't get the win here. I'm going over 2.5 goals at +116 for the sole factor that both of these teams needed some kind of result here. And I know Jamaica were close to scoring against Mexico, but just had a goal ruled off for offside. I think that's definitely capable against Ecuador, who have to show up in a big way. Panama taking on the U.S. This U.S. games are always hard because it's hard to get the right numbers here. Over 2.5 goals at -115, I think is very interesting. Panama obviously gave up a couple late goals to Uruguay, and that game kind of got out of hand. But U.S. and Panama have played against each other a bunch. This isn't a great Panamanian team. The U.S. needs results. Frankly, they absolutely should have beat Bolivia 4 or 5-0 the other night. I was a little bit unlucky that they didn't. I mean, it hurts when your strikers are firing the ball right at the keeper. I would maybe attack USA shots. I hit that last night. I'll probably look at that closer to game day. And then holistic anytime goal scorer +160 isn't a bad number when you consider his percentage of scoring in games that he starts for the US. So I'm kind of surprised it's not +125, and the fact that it's at +160, I think it is a playable number. Jumping to Uruguay, Bolivia, which I will be attending. Maybe Ani will be attending as well. We don't have a ton of props out for this yet. We don't have shots. We don't have a ton of other things as of when I went to go build my card. I'm going to just stick with the over 3.5 at +130 because Bolivia were wide open against the U.S., and the U.S. wasn't clinical. Uruguay took a while to kind of put uh, Panama away, but I think the fact that they did get goals, Darwin Nunez hit that sick volley. Maybe we do get goals on Thursday night at MetLife. Over 3.5 +130 isn't horrendous.
Yeah, I just got the Uruguay team total at over 2.5 at -120. Maybe toss on Uruguay money line onto that to get better odds. But yeah, I think this team scores at least 3 goals here. Should be a goal fest for them. Attacking wise, they look really good. I had 7 shots on target for Uruguay in that first game at plus money, and it was kind of a sweat considering there was 5 at halftime, and then they came out kind of flat to start the second half. But it's something that you can probably run back as well. Their shots on goal.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking at that game closer to kickoff. All right, guys, that will wrap it up for us today. Next time we chat, we'll be talking knockout football for the Euros. We'll be getting closer to the knockout rounds for Copa America. Make sure you're following because we got picks every day on socials. At Ani323, at Andrew Passaro, at the Plus Money Pod. Yeah, it's coming hard. It's coming fast. What a time to be alive. Best of luck this week. We'll catch you soon.